What is up, everybody? We're back at the good old hockey rink here in Waconia. We got the tunes cranking. Every time I come here, they got the jams going. So hopefully I don't get in trouble from YouTube. I'll try to talk over some of the music so I don't get a copyright infringement. But we are here in Waconia. District game today here on a Saturday afternoon, which is what is supposed to be a 3:15 start time. So as per usual, it'll probably start a couple minutes after that, but sit down, grab something to drink, and enjoy the game. We got about another minute and 35 left of warm-ups here, and we will get started. All right, here we go. Puck drop controlled by your Lakers as we have Holmberg, Loving, and I believe Beckstrom are your forwards. Glad to have Felix Schneider back there with Erickson as he's coming off an illness. He didn't have to go on IR, but missed a couple games, so super pumped to get our guy back, as we always want all of our Lakers on the ice, as a centering pass wobbles around and is covered by the Waconia goaltender. So we've had a little slew of illness on the team. I'm sure the coaching staff has noticed some lighter attended practices, a few kids missing games here and there, but it's the holiday season, winter in Minnesota, that's what happens. So, but so far, good start for your Lakers. 12:21 left on the clock in the first period. Waconia takes it back the other way off the rush through the neutral zone. Puck is knocked off the stick of Waconia by Koobs as Waconia drives towards the net. Defense steps up and takes it away as Matisse on a breakaway all alone. Oh, no call either. Ooh, yikes. So I don't know if he was tripped or if he just kind of went down. Sometimes kids take a shot and just hit the ice at this age, and that's all good stuff. Puck deep in the O zone for Waconia as they try for a sending pass. That goes off the skate of a Laker defender. Icing is waved off as the puck's in the corner. Both teams make changes. That would have been offsides. Puck caught the shin pad of Plasinski, and he was able to keep it into the neutral zone to prevent the Waconia offsides. Marge is so hard on the puck. Pass up for Waconia, off the rush through their neutral zone into the O zone. Kids flying all over on the ice here so far. Offsides. Neutral zone face-off, 10:26. A little bit of space for Prior Lake as he softly sort of tips it into the pad of the Waconia goaltender. Interception, Waconia through the neutral zone. Passing attempt failed as Holmberg interrupts. Bruss with the puck. Oh, nice little odd man rush there, but caught just offsides. Face-off controlled by Prior Lake. Prior Lake shot attempt. Wide in front. The Waconia goaltender. Lakers backpedal in chase of a puck. Wrapped around the boards for Loving. Loving battles, but Waconia holds the zone. Now the Lakers get a clear as Loving gives chase. Pass up, doesn't connect with anyone from Waconia, so the Lakers try to bring it back the other way. Waconia back with the puck. More kids sliding on the ice. Offsides, Waconia. Waconia drives to the net. Good shot block by a Prior Lake defender. Bermel tries to clear, can't quite get it clear, so Waconia wraps it back around the Prior Lake goaltender. Matisse with a nice little move, briefly gets around one Waconia player. Can't get around the other one. Waconia gets, again, tries for the net. Kubes redirects that puck into the corner as they battle. Centering pass, Schneider controls. Backhand blocked by Prior Lake as Matisse spins helicopters across the neutral zone. Now it's on the stick of Plasinski with a little bit of speed. He dices through two Waconia players. Glove saved by Waconia. 7:36 left in the first. Face-off controlled by Prior Lake, but that's intercepted. Breakaway by Waconia. We get a back check by one of the Lakers that was just enough effort. I believe it was Pankratz on the back check. Just enough to disturb him. Waconia still gets a shot, but pad save by Franzen. Lakers control this draw as they wait at the blue line for one of their teammates to get on sides, and then they dump it in on the pad of Franzen. Plasinski controls, dekes through the neutral zone. Chip up the boards again on Plasinski, and now Marchessault controlled, but we get an offsides. Prior Lake gets it clear. Waconia gets around a couple defenders here. Bad angle shot. And Franzen gets a hold of it for a clock stoppage. So offensive zone faceoff for Waconia as they control the draw. Loving gets a handle on it, gets it clear. Up to Holmberg. Couple swats at the puck. Waconia takes the zone through a few defenders, but a good stick by Holmberg to interrupt that. Holmberg with a nice pass attempt up for Loving as Loving gives chase into the Prior Lake O zone. Back to Schneider. Tries to get it deep. Doesn't get much on it. Waconia controls. Another couple of sticks chopping away at it as we get a little room in front of us. A little white space between Prior Lake and the Waconia goaltender, but we couldn't quite get a shot off as it was interrupted by Waconia as Loving fights in the corner. Waconia tries to clear. Schneider holds. Shot. I think we might have had a high stick. Neutral zone face-off. 5:19 left in the first frame here in Waconia. Waconia shot wide of the net. They tried to take it behind the goaltender, but Kubes takes possession as Waconia takes it back on their point. Shot blocked by Bermel again, we're trying to clear and just can't quite get a stick or a skate on it, as we finally do, and that's probably going to go down for an icing. So Prior Lake will take this draw down in their defensive zone to the left of the goaltender Franzen. Blasinski on the draw. He controls over to Marchessault. Waconia takes possession. Pad save by Franzen. Offsides, Waconia. Blasinski wins the draw over to Pankratz. Back to Schneider. Up for Marchessault. He charges. Gets through one defender. The second one swats it off his stick. Blasinski fights for it. He's dumped on the ice. Back into the neutral zone for Marchessault. He backhands it over to Schneider. Schneider to Pankratz. Blasinski in the offensive zone with a couple nice moves, but so far he's successful on the first two moves, and the third one, the defenders are on to him. They take possession, but Prior Lake holds the zone at the point. Oh, they almost pick the pocket of Bruss, but the strong stick of Bruss holds the zone as he backhands it. Try to keep the zone, but Waconia comes the other way with speed, and might get through. Franzen stays strong in the crease and makes a nice save on a breakaway by Waconia. Bruss takes it behind his goaltender, looks for some helpers off the rusher. He's got a couple guys wide open up there if he can find them. Stops at the blue line, intercepted by Waconia. Waconia takes the O zone. That's interrupted by, I believe, Holmberg. Bruss again, nifty little backhand pass to Loving. Holmberg gives chase into the corner. Centering pass, intercepted by Waconia, and then they come back the other way with speed. He's got a helper too if he can find him. That's interrupted by your Laker defender. Pass attempt up for, I think that's either something, Beckstrom or Erickson. But either way, icing, drawback in the Prior Lake defensive zone with 2:13 left in the first. Oh, 2-0 rush we had. And they just couldn't quite get the handle on the puck. So still positioned okay here. They had good positioning for a moment and couldn't quite chase the puck down, and then we get a offsides call. Coob's on the draw. Vermel up to Coobs into the offensive zone. They lose control. Waconia's back the other way. another offsides. Just over a minute left here. Another offsides, another neutral zone face-off. Waconia controls the draw. O-zone entry. Waconia still controls. Puck comes up the side of the net. Prior Lake takes control with Bermel through the zone. Tries for a touch pass up, and that's intercepted by Waconia as they come back into the neutral zone the other way. Erickson chips it deep. Should not be an icing. Matisse gives chase. Loses out to the Waconia skater. Waconia controls. They dump it in. Stark chases, no icing. They look to create a rush the other way. Gets to Plasinski. That's the guy you want if you want to rush. And Margisel's with him. Tries a backhand. That goes behind the net. Plasinski goes down, and that's your first period with a score of 0-0. Be right back. Start of the second, we have the Plasinski, Marchessault, Pankratz line on the ice. Pankratz on the rush, gets interrupted by a Waconia defender. Lakers fight to hold the zone, but cannot. Plasinski gives chase. He turns it back the other way. Marchessault takes possession, spins and passes it up into the O-zone. Plasinski battles, tries to hold the zone. Oh, nice play by Pankratz to hold that blue line. Spins for a shot, pad saved by Waconia. Waconia off the rush, through the neutral zone. Behind the net, Schneider controls. Pass attempt, up for Loving. Loving controls. Loving tries a backhand off the boards. Lands on the stick of Waconia, and they chip it back for an offsides call. Face-off controlled by Prior Lake. Brush chips it down for an icing call. I thought that might have been waved off, but they do call it, so we'll bring that one back for another face-off. Bruss now with the puck behind the Prior Lake goaltender's net. As they create a rush, he chips it up. That's gonna be no icing. Probably could have been, but we'll take it. So Waconia with some speed through the neutral zone, and they go right in between. Oh, good stick by, I don't know who that was, but one of your Lakers created a really great defensive play as the puck is somewhere stuck down there and just to the right of the goaltender. Finally kicks out, and the Lakers try to turn it back the other way and start with a clear. If Bruss can get there, he's interrupted by Waconia. Waconia with possession, centering pass. Good stick by Prior Lake to break up that centering pass as Holmberg passes up for Loving. If Loving can center, maybe we'll get a chance here. Loving still controls, turn and shoot. Oh, good save by that Waconia attendee. It's a good opportunity by Loving there for our game's first goal, but it's denied by Waconia with 10:05 left in the second. Puck drop. Koobs tries to chip that right at the Waconia goaltender. Puck makes its way back to Schneider, who puts a shot. Back to Schneider again along the boards. Another shot. Another one just wide through the crease. Matisse dumps behind the net. Koobs is there. Back to Schneider again. They got a nice little cycle going on here. Another shot. Hits a Waconia player. Oh, Matisse had an opportunity. They blew that whistle. One could argue a little early, but good pressure by the Lakers here. They're going to stick with the Koobs line. And they're sticking with Erickson and Schneider back as your defensive pairing. Matisse controls, gets the puck slapped away by Waconia. Waconia back the other way. Koobs with a strong play to break that up on the back check. Shot attempt softly lands on the stick of a Laker defender. Pass up for Matisse, loses control. Waconia controls behind their goaltender up the boards. Koobs wins that puck race on the stick of Koobs. He shoots one in the direction of the goaltender. Clearing attempt up the shin of Bermel as the Lakers control their zone. Finally, they do get a clear as Bermel touches up for an offsides. 8:32 left in the second period. Good pressure there by Prior Lake. So we're going to get the Wyszynski, Pankratz, Marchessault line on the ice for this neutral zone face-off with Wangan and Stark as your defensive pairing. Stark controls with speed up the boards. Shot attempt just wide through the crease. Marchessault takes possession, spins and shoots. Can't get much on it. Waconia dumps it in deep. Stark chases. Takes control, tries to pass up off the stick of Waconia, but it does eventually land with Wyszynski. Wyszynski and Marchessault take the zone, lose possession. other way for Waconia. One-on-one battle. Shot high of the net. Margisol with possession. Tries to pass up for Pankratz. Pankratz with some speed. And they are going to blow the whistle for an icing call with 8:31 in the second. I thought it was 8:31 the last time I checked the clock. Either way, we have 27 minutes left on the ice clock, which is king. So Loving controls. He gets a clear on the stick of Waconia. Neutral zone face-off, controlled by Waconia. They take the O zone. Rush tries to clear, fans on it. Loving with a little real estate in front of him. He stops, shoots wide of the net. Beckstrom spins, lands it on Holmberg. Russ takes control, just can't quite get the handle on it. Holds the zone though. But then Waconia takes possession back the other way with speed. Good D swarming at Waconia forward. The centering pass by Waconia ends up with Bruss. Bruss takes control. He keeps through the neutral zone. Loving to Beckstrom. Bruss backhands to Loving. Puck slides out of the zone. Lakers regroup. Regain the zone. Strong play by Holmberg to take his puck back. Shot. Tipped. Falls right at the feet of the goalie. Takes him a split second, but he eventually sees it and covers it. Erickson and Stark as your defensive pairing as they backpedal. Waconia gets around him. Good stick by Stark. And a good pad save by Franzen. No goal. So pretty strong defensive play and a pretty good save there by Prior Lake to keep the score at 0-0 with 6:18 left in the second. Matisse charges through the neutral zone. Puck's knocked off his stick. They lose the zone. Matisse again takes control, backhands it up to the neutral zone, back to a Waconia defender. Lakers trying to get it across that blue line, but they're all kind of plugged up there and can't quite do it. Waconia takes it back the other way, chips it behind the goaltender of Prior Lake. Shot attempt through the skates of a few Lakers, but not the fourth one. Bermel defends. Waconia with possession. They drive to the net. And Franzen in position, hugging that post to prevent a goal. 10 shots for your Lakers. 8 shots for Waconia. So fairly evenly matched from that standpoint. Waconia is going to take a draw down in their offensive zone. 5-18. Draw to the right of Franzen. Draw controlled by Prior Lake. Marchessault with speed, but he just loses possession. Offsides, neutral zone face-off. Waconia shot high. They battle in the corner. They chip it back behind Prior Lake goaltender. Lakers regroup. Pankratz spins, backhands it up for Marchessault. Marchessault chips it into the O-zone. There we go. Shoot. Pankratz finds himself in the right position there. Puck lands on his stick and he takes a rip. Wangan controls on the point. Dumps it back in deep. Pankratz gives chase. Pankratz takes the zone. He's got space. Shoot, buddy. Oh, another good save by Waconia. Dang it. Pankratz with a couple nice opportunities there to make it a 1-0 game, but we remain scoreless here in the second with 3:50 left in the second period. Waconia controls the draw. Holmberg ends up with it and takes a shot wide of the net. Lakers cannot hold for another offsides call. Holmberg wins the draw back to Bruss. Bruss up for Beckstrom. Now with Loving. Loving takes it. He backhands, tries for a backhand centering pass. Fans on that. Beckstrom sends it towards the goaltender, fumbles around, but Waconia eventually knocks it away from the crease. Beckstrom now battles behind the net of Waconia. Waconia off the rush, 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Pass attempt just off target, but that does send the puck down into the corner for Waconia in their offensive zone. Shot flat on the ice. Knocked off by Prior Lake as Prior Lake tries to regroup. There we go. Holmberg finally wins the battle and gets the puck into the corner to the right of the Waconia goaltender. Back to the point for Bruss. He dumps it deep. Back behind the net. Loving gives chase. Clearing attempt. Off target. Schneider. Shot. Fumbles around. Pad save by Waconia goaltender. And a couple swats at a rebound. To no avail. Waconia gets a clear. Erickson steps up smartly. Gets to that puck first. But we get an offsides call. 1:51 now left in the second. So Coob's on the draw. Schneider dumps it into the Prior Lake offensive scoring zone, but it's turned back the other way. Schneider with a strong play. He goes down just momentarily, back up to his feet. Prior Lake tries to dice their way through. Waconia turns it back into their O-zone, centering pass, intercepted by Prior Lake. If Coobs can get on his horse, he might get a chance here. He does get to the puck first with a strong back check by Waconia. And they break up what could have been a nice breakaway attempt right there. Waconia gets a clear. He's facing a wall of Lakers who are all in good position to prevent Waconia from entering the O-zone with any kind of numbers. Prior Lake takes possession, smartly chips it up. Matisse with the breakaway. He's got all day. (1-0) Prior Lake. So your first goal of the game comes with 29 seconds left in the second. Matisse on a breakaway. He had a mile and a half before there was anybody close to him. Their goalie steps up very wisely and aggressively to break up the play. And I don't know exactly. I'll have to go back and watch it, but Matisse might have, as he was going down, or maybe as he was even on the ice, sends that puck back in the direction of the Waconia goaltender and finds Twine. So 1-0 Prior Lake. Waconia back the other way. Shot wide of the net. Sorry about the glitch there. I looked down at my phone and I was staring at my apps. We lost the feed for a second, but I think every time I hit record, the app shuts down. So I am not going to record, but I think I can still just stream it without recording it to my phone, which is what I'm going to attempt to do here. So second intermission, 1-0 Lakers. Start of the third coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Third period action. Pankratz turns it back. He's got a one-on-one battle on his hands. Puck just slides off the blade of his stick as Waconia turns it back the other way. Marchessault battles Bruss with another strong stick. Interrupts it momentarily. Waconia shot behind the net. Bucinski controls, gets through one Waconia defender. Pankratz takes the body to keep the Waconia player away from that puck. Bruss, breakaway, shot, scores! Charlie Bruss, strong play. He finally finds Twine. Love to see that for him. It's a hard-working kid, strong stick, sort of an offensive thinking defenseman, two-way defenseman. When he finds opportunities to charge the net, you can bet he's going to do it, and he buries that one. So 2-0. Waconia shot saved by Franzen. Holmberg controls just for a moment. Lakers get a clear. Holmberg knocks it off of Waconia's stick, but they get it back up. Zone entry. Puck swatted into the corner by Schneider. No, not Schneider. Erickson. Loving fans on one, but he does regroup and get it clear. Waconia dumps it deep. That's going to go behind the net of Prior Lake goaltender. Pass up for Loving. He gets it clear. We're going to get an offsides. Offsides. Neutral zone face-off controlled by Waconia. Clearing attempt by Prior Lake, unsuccessful. Back behind Franzen, Schneider controls. He gets the puck knocked off his stick. Centering pass. Matisse gives chase. Shot wide of the net. Schneider tries to clear, can't quite. Wangen tries on his backhand to move the puck up ice. Can't quite get it. Lakers still battling to get it clear. Wangen up for Matisse. Matisse tries to dangle his way around a Waconia forward. Can't quite complete the dangle. Shot wide. Good stick by Matisse. Keep that puck in the neutral zone. Waconia enters their O zone again. Clears, another offsides. Kucinski controls the draw. Waconia dumps it back the other way. Behind the net of Franzen. Russ controls upper Pancrats. They got a 3-on-2 if they can get it into the zone, which they do. Kucinski gives chase. Margiso goes down, slides into the boards. Waconia off the rush. They try for a breakaway, but he's swarmed by Laker defenders. Pancrats with a nice pass up for Margiso. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Oh. Margiso still controls. Really good breakaway attempt there. He wanted that one. Kucinski. Oh, this goalie. This goalie's a stud. I will give him that. Plasinski, open ice check. There has not been a penalty in this game. Plasinski again the other way. He's playing with a little bit of fire. Pankratz with it. He has space. Shoots. Yes! Just caught the goalie out of... I don't even know if he was out of position. Pankratz just nailed a nice shot. Just wide of the goaltender's right pad. Between the pad and the post, he finds the little window of opportunity and buries it for a 3-0 Laker lead. That was an effort goal by Marchessault, Plasinski, and Pankratz. Never a lack of effort on that line. Beckstrom controls. He's looking for a helper. Everyone's covered up pretty well. He's intercepted. Waconia shoots. Franzen sweeps it to the side. They try for a wraparound. That's knocked off the stick of Waconia by Schneider. I think the Lakers are happy to have their defensive prowess of Schneider back on the ice. Definitely a strong presence back there on the point and neutral zone. Waconia takes their scoring zone. Puck free just to the right of the goaltender for Prior Lake. They battle behind the net. Puck comes out up along the boards. No clear. Prior Lake finds the puck. Holmberg battles. He's got Loving wide open, and he finds him and makes the pass. Stark controls behind Franzen. Koobs battles. He takes possession. Can't get around a couple Waconia players. They turn it back the other way, drive towards the net. The play's broken up by Prior Lake. Along the boards. And that puck is slowly moving towards the net of Prior Lake as Franzen covers with 5:35 left in the third. Shot attempt by Waconia right in the Laker letters of Franzen. Lakers get it clear as the Waconia defender can't control on the point. Schneider with the puck. He's got all the room in the world. Shot. Pad save. No goal. That puck is covered by Waconia, but Schneider had a real nice opportunity. What was the final? Okay. Bruss controls behind the net of his goaltender. Puck swatted off his stick. Back to the point. Marchessault there. Schneider tries for a clear. Pass up for Pankratz. Broken up by Waconia. Waconia tries to regroup. They get it into the offensive zone. Clearing attempt. Unsuccessful. Schneider to Marchessault. Marchessault again controls. Kosinski almost had a chance there on for another breakaway, but just couldn't quite come up with the puck. Waconia shot. On target. Just through the crease. Loving with the puck. Through the neutral zone. That's broken up. Pass over to Stark. Stark controls. He passes it up right through the skates of Holmberg. Holmberg now with the puck. Holmberg goes down. Waconia controls, trying to clear. And Prior Lake turns it back deep into their O zone and controls the puck. Centering pass. Waconia off the rush. They try to make a few moves, but Prior Lake slows them up just enough to give his partner time to come in there and help him with the play, which he does. So the Lakers take it back the other way with Holmberg up for Beckstrom. Backhand shot blocked by Waconia. Another backhand. Puck's bouncing around in front of the Waconia goaltender. Waconia back the other way through the neutral zone off the rush. Broken up by Prior Lake. They turn it back the other way into the O zone. Little bit of space. Backhand attempt. Pad save. Puck comes loose. Another chance by Prior Lake if he can get a handle on it. Backhand attempt. Doesn't make its way all the way to the goaltender. Waconia back the other way with speed. He's swarmed by 3 Lakers. But he doesn't give up and comes and takes that puck back. But Prior Lake Cougs comes up with it as we run into the ice clock, which is a very faint clock. There's the real buzzer. Now we know that we got a win. And a shutout for your goaltender, Franzen. 3-0, Lakers win. And we're shaking hands, folks. I think we got another game tomorrow, so hope everyone has a nice remainder of their Saturday afternoon. We watched some football. I think the Wild are on right now, and Waconia's jamming some Christmas music. How friendly. Thanks, everybody.